voice alarm level. The next option here is the output 1 non-alarm voice volume. This is where it's telling you the voice prompts like what zones are open and so forth. This is the output volume level for that. And global option 19 is if this is answered to yes, then it will suppress all voice messages on the system. There will be no voice prompts on the system at all. And the next group of options here will allow you to pick out individual voice messages to suppress. So the next one is, it will say the system messages. Now these messages are described in the manual, so it'd be a good idea to look over just exactly what those messages are. So currently we're saying system messages, we say alarms, we say the zone status, we say the system troubles, we say the zone troubles, and we say the chime. When it says the chime, for instance, it goes ding dong and then tells you what zone is open. And global option 26 is output 2 can either be a siren or a voltage output. If we answer yes to this, then output 2 will be a voltage output and not a siren output. And the next option, this global 27 is output 2 delay time before it turns on. This is expressed in seconds. It can be up to 255 seconds. Global 28 is you can lock out output 2 after a single alarm if the answer to this question is yes. Now, output 2 would normally be used as a outside siren only, and output 1 would be used as your inside voice prompts and siren. Next option is global 29. This is the number of rings until the system will auto answer, and normally you want to set this from 4 to 12 rings, and then the M1 will answer. Next option is to enable the answer machine bypass, which is ring hang answer. In other words, if this is answer a yes here and you call into the system and hang up and then call back within a short period of time, the system will answer on the first ring. This enables you to get around answering machines. The next option here is the two-way ListenIn Enable. If this is turned on, then the equipment that can be plugged into the M1 will turn on the two-way ListenIn options here. Next option is the two-way callback time. If two-way ListenIn is enabled, this timer can be used to keep the phone line seized but on hook for 1 to 60 seconds after a kiss-off on a two-way call. During this time period, the control will answer an incoming call on the first ring, and you'd enter a 0 here to disable this function. The next option is global 33, and this allows the central station alarm verification by suspending new alarms after the initial alarm kiss-off. The phone line is kept free for this time period. The time value can be from 1 to 255 seconds. In this case, long time periods are not recommended. You enter a 0 here to disable this function. The next option is the serial port 0 baud rate. This is how fast the data goes out serial port 0. The default is 115,200 baud, but this can be slowed down all the way down to 300 baud if need be. And the next option here is the event log will be sent out through the ASCII or through the RS-232 port. And if you answer yes to this question, this is so that external automation equipment can receive the log information as it is accumulated. And likewise, the next option here is for external automation equipment to receive zone changes, which are sent out the RS-232 ports. The next option is output changes. They are, if you answer yes, they'll be sent out the RS-232 ports. The next one here is task changes. If this is answered yes, they will be sent out the RS-232 ports. And likewise, Global 39 is for light changes. Anytime a light turns on or turns off, that information will be sent out to the RS-232 ports. And any keypad keys that's received from the keypads will be sent out the RS-232 ports on this Global 40. And Global 41 is, if answered yes, then to get into user code menus 1 through 5, you'll have to have a authorization code. Next menu here is the local program code. This is when you're entering into the installer programming level. This is the code that will be used. As you saw earlier, it was 172839 that we put in the keypad here. So this is basically the installer code to get into the in-depth programming level. Next option, Global 43. This is a read-only location. It allows us to see the serial number that is in the M1. Next option, 44. The top line is for factory use. The bottom line is the application version number, in this case 040206, which you might see in some of the documentation is 4.2.6. And the B is for the boot level revision, which in this case is 319. Next option is the default the control option. You got to be very careful here, because if you enter into this, you will default the entire control. And if I hit the right arrow key, I'll move into that somewhat, and we'll go up the various sections that may be defaulted into the control. Just to give you an example, we'll go ahead and default the cutoff timers. So that's displayed on the screen here. Now, to default that section, we must type in, for instance, 86. So if I type in 86, it will now initialize that section of the code. When the M1 is talking to that, it loses contact with the keypad. So now we can hit any key, and we can back up then to the global. If I go down, that'll take us back to 45. One of the interesting selections here is the 99 selection. If we now type in 99, the entire control will be defaulted back to factory defaults. So I'll hit L to back out of this. And now we're back, and we have completed menu options 6 and menu option 7, the global system definitions.